What's up, guys? It's Jim with Awaken TCG, bringing you guys another One Piece card game video today. And today we're going to be talking about a bit of a controversial topic that I've seen popping up a lot as of this weekend. And I think it's going to be a conversation that people are having at least for the next few weeks, or maybe even up to the next few months. And that is, should RP Law join Sakazuki as our second banned leader in the One Piece card game? Now, if you don't know, the main reason that this has come up is because, as you can see on screen right now, this is the final match of the Japan Championship Series that just happened this weekend, where, if you can look at this graphic right here, 11 out of our top 16 decks were all Red Purple Law. And once we got to the top 4, all of the top 4 decks were RP Law. Obviously, that is absolute domination for a meta deck. Even decks like Sakazuki and Newgate didn't really reach these numbers. Sakazuki kind of did. But 11 out of 16 is, I think, pushing the point where people just kind of get tired of a deck when it's that powerful. I think there's a multitude of reasons. RP Law has been getting stronger and stronger every single set. The way the deck works pretty much limits card space and card design, because now you really can't print 4-cost red or purple cards that are really strong without thinking, okay, is this going to be broken in RP Law? Because now, if you want to make another archetype strong, you cannot make these cards without Law in mind, right? Being an 11 out of 16 of a CS is pretty much unheard of. Obviously, when we're getting here, we're definitely in ban territory. I actually want you guys to look at this right here. Sorry, it's a little bit low res, but this is another, I think this is the final championship series of OPO 5. And pretty much the exact same spread. Obviously, our only band leader, Sakazuki, with 11 people out of the top 16 once again. And obviously, as we know, this deck got banned. So, RP Law following the same exact trends already in like the first couple weeks of OPO 8. Is this a problem? I think a little bit. Obviously, people need time to figure out the meta, figure out if there's anything that we can do to counter RP Law, or if we're just not seeing anything yet. Like, you know, people can cook and build decks and shape and shift the meta, right? That's kind of the fun thing about card games. So if you ban it right off the bat, it's a little bit, I don't know. I don't think it's the best move. I think you at least need to give it a month or two. But obviously that's going to give us a month or two of a Red Purple Law domination, which I'm sure a lot of other people do not want to go through with. So understandable there. Even decks like Edward Newgate that were really, really strong back in OPO 2. I have another exact graphic here. This was only 9 of the top 16. This is the worst example I think I could find. This is when Newgate was like uber broken back in, this was actually an OPO 4 tournament. 9 Newgates in the top 16. One of the worst examples I could find, right? And as we know, that deck actually got banned over in the West. And if it's this strong getting banned, I mean, should RP Law be banned? I don't know. But let's go over the deck list, because this is the deck list that won the tournament. Every deck list, pretty much in the top 4, follows this almost exact same structure. And I think there's a few cards that are the issue cards that push RP Law over the edge. And that right here is going to be the 3-cost, if you can see it on the left, 2K counter Black Maria. So this card is an awesome card, honestly. Really hyped when it got revealed for Purple Kaido starter deck in particular. But then, you know, people started talking, and yeah, it is insane in this deck as well, making your Dom -3 effects mean absolutely nothing. So basically your leader effect costs 0 with this card on board. Not even to mention the fact that later in the game, not only does it cancel out your leader effect, it actually ramps you back to whatever Dawn your opponent's at. So you aren't even going down in Dawn, you're actually gaining Dawn with this card. Pretty insane effect that I think 100% needed to be locked to an Animal Kingdom Pirates leader. I cannot believe this card is not leader locked. Like, that is absolutely ridiculous. This card, like an 8-cost Moria, I think cards of this strength need to be locked to a leader, because now they just become 4-ofs in all of the meta decks and just make them stronger than the deck that they were supposed to be made for. Like, Black Maria was not made for RP Law. This was made for King and then arguably old Animal Kingdom purple decks, like, say, Blue Purple Kaido or just Purple Kaido in general. But I get they don't want to leader lock cards. It limits, you know, creativity, blah, 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 with a bunch of decks, right? You want to be able to use all the cards you can. You don't want to be screwed over because you're leader locked. However, that is the issue with RP Law once again, right? Now we can't have fun in other decks because RP Law says any card 4 or less in purple or red, I'm now using if it's strong. And I'm getting even stronger, even though I'm the best deck in the game. Like, it just limits design space so much, unfortunately. Like, we can't have any cool 4-drops anymore without it being like, oh, well, now it's broken in RP Law. So, for that reason, and for that reason alone, even though the deck is super strong, right, I think my main reason why I think I would be okay with an RP Law ban, at least in OP08, I think it's fine in OP07. But once we get in OP08, we get the new pudding right here, which I didn't even talk about, and the Black Maria. I think it would be okay to ban the leader for the rest of the foreseeable future, just because now we can get cards, you know, we can print cards that are strong without thinking about RP Law. Like, unfortunately, that's just how it goes, guys. I know a lot of you guys like this leader probably. Like, it's a really cool leader, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, it just presents a problem, right? Like, I would, you know, I'd love new Animal Kingdom cards like this Black Maria, but if this is going to come up every time we get a strong new card in a new set, then unfortunately I just think, you know, it would be best just to axe the guy. But please do tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, guys. I know this is a bit of a controversial subject, and I can definitely see both ways. Like, this is only our first tournament. Like, for all I know, RP Law could literally be banned, or sorry, RP Law could literally be like the next tournament, like only half of the top 16, like maybe even less than half. Like, it is agreed upon to be the top 1 deck for sure, but like I said at the start of the video, there's no saying that this deck or that the meta cannot evolve to counter the deck. So please do tell me what you guys think in the comments. Does RP Law deserve a ban? Does he not deserve to be banned? Are people jumping the gun? Do cards need to be leader locked more? Or do things need to be eroded? Because that's also another way to fix the leader, is by eroding other cards. So RP Law is a bit less strong, but we can still play him, right? So do let me know what you think. But this has been Jim with Awakened TCG. I'm going to head out of here. You guys have a good day. Peace.